what I think was going to happen here. So let's go to current.
Okay, current price. Okay. You want to do a crab at 86?
Show them the crab at 160. Yeah.
This is much faster than the software. Software sometimes is a bit slow.
Yeah, it's
okay.
But no, I mean it's good to work with the manual. It's good to understand the manual.
Yeah. Okay, let me translate first. Give me a moment. 我刚才就问他，就是这一波整个行情，比特币会不会重演2017年的这个最后一波牛市？2017年那一波牛市嘛，最后一波它是从7000涨到21000，然后我就直接问他一个比较直接的问题，会不会翻3倍嘛？如果615翻3倍是18万嘛，就爽了。可是他说我们今天不要这么贪心，我们先看这个1618这一波比特币的这一波牛市，它只要破了昨天这个高，它应该会疯涨。疯涨的情况，通常那个跌的时候也是跌不到1天就会被推上去了。然后我们不要太贪，我们先看86000这个螃蟹完成，可能就是顶了。I told them like when this crab completes, we are close to the top. Maybe not the top, maybe 1902. Is that what you're gonna think?
Yeah. Yeah, but we use that basically 90,000 is psychological resistance 87.
100, no?
No. I don't. Everyone's looking for 100 and maybe, but
unlikely.
What I think will is we're going to get up to that 1618, maybe a little bit higher, and then show them the type 1 reaction. I really think we're going to get a hard reaction
here,
and it should be pretty soon. It should be small.
Get a type 1 off.
So, 382 reaction
off that 1618.
Yep.
Okay, can I say it's like this, up, down, up again? To
down to the 382, and then we see. Okay, this is where we see where I think we have to do that move. If we go parabolic and bust through, you're going to see it.
So, are you talking about 382 from the crab or 382 from the current price? From the crab, okay.
It should be tight.
Then maybe go to 1902 for a type 2 before coming down. Yeah.
1902, it's either 1902 or 314.
Wow, 314 is a bit far, man. Yeah. All right.
But that's how you get there.
OK， 来我翻译一下，这一波比特币行情，他说这一波站稳了，就是这几天这个底，可能刚才我说的62000、63000再被测试了，可能就要拉了，拉到这个87000的时候，1618这里，很多时候它会来一波382调整回到65000，然后我们再看有没有最后一波欢送，最后一波欢送，我们幸运的话是走一个1902，不然的话它可能会走到314，那个就比较疯狂一点，所以这个是整个比特币它的蓝图。OK。Okay, I have another question, a little bit more technical. Is there any significance about this 4.23 Fibonacci extension? Because a lot of people use that Fibonacci 4.23 to predict a top. So like the previous cycle, I think a lot of them touched 4.23 before coming down. So like, is this a number that we should be concerned about going forward? No. Yeah.
3618 is the maximum we use.
3618 from this XA upwards?
That's maximum.
Maximum.
Really, you don't want to go beyond that. You can go beyond that, but in terms of measuring, it's a very rare occurrence that you bust out of that larger move that you go beyond. I mean, you can extrapolate a lot of numbers, but I would just stick within that the framework of 3618 is the maximum.
Okay.
But focus on 314.
314 pi.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me translate. 我刚才也是问卡尼一个问题，就是我看到很多这些主播他们都用4.23的 Fibonacci 延伸作为猜测那个市场最高的一个顶的一个工具，然后我就问他，到底这个423重不重要？到底是不是应该关注？他说，一般我们玩这些形态，314、3618其实是已经很夸张了。通常我们去到1618、1902已经是很疯狂了，去到314、3618应该就是极限了，很少会看到423的，所以这个问题就是他的这个解答。Okay, good. Scott, another question, especially for fans of harmonic trading. As more and more people get to know all these patterns, do you think that it will be less effective going forward? 这些形态我们开始学习，越来越多人知道了嘛？好像 TradingView，你们通过我，你们更多人了解了这些形态。未来如果更多人学会这个形态，会不会越来越无效？我就问他这个问题。Scott，what do you think?
No way.
Any reasons?
If anything,
Yeah.
it's gonna probably
Any reasons that can explain this phenomenon?
taxes concept in nature, the whole natural cycles. I think really when you have no regulation and you have, that's why the crypto markets I think are best for harmonic patterns.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing just raw human behavior
Mm-hmm.
that follows the natural growth cycles. It just does.
Okay, let me translate.
That's what tax is.
Pilot, it's like the nature cycle, the law of nature, something like this.
Yeah, they follow the law of nature is that that everything is relative, proportional, and the prior history has an impact on future.
Okay, understand. Let me translate. 所以他的解答就是，其实更多人知道是好的。他说，最近你们会发现，最多人用这些和谐形态是在数字货币市场。为什么？因为数字货币市场是最少监管的，所以它能够让价格自由自在的去波动，顺着整个市场的自然的那个顺序去波动，涨跌涨跌。贪婪的时候会爆仓，会直接爆下来；太便宜的时候会拉盘这些。所以这种市场是最适合和谐形态的，因为几乎无监管。然后如果你们学了和谐形态，未来更多人学会了，也不必担心，因为这些自然界的现象，人的贪婪跟恐慌是永远都会存在的，不管是100年前或者100年后。这个就是他的回答。Okay, thanks, Scott. Fourth question. They want to know a little bit about what do you normally trade nowadays? What are your biggest win and your biggest loss? Can be historical, can be this year, and maybe just to hear some story. Like, are you trading like $100 million or $1 billion or something? Just want to know more about you. Yeah. 所以我现在在问卡尼，就是 let me translate。我在问卡尼，就是你近期或者是你从开头到现在，你做了什么单赚了最多钱，然后做了什么单亏了最多钱，然后你的仓位到底有多大？是交易几十万、几百万还是几个亿的？我就这样问他，因为我也是很好奇，所以我们来听听他的解释。Scott, yeah, back to you.
And Barry.
Yep.
Straight up. Between me and you, before I even get into talking to them.
Okay.
I just want to be sensitive about the money. I always am. You know how people are hurt.
Yep.
People are in our position. So I'm always sensitive about that.
Okay. Maybe just a figure, six figure or something.
You can tell them, I would just say, hey, look, my personal, I trade privately, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Accounts are, into the 7 figures. It's, like that, where
Okay.
that kind of thing, yeah, but not hundreds of millions. No, I don't think anyone needs hundreds of millions.
Mm-hmm.
But just say, hey, realize substantial success or millions of dollars, not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not. I know it seems like a lot. And you're gonna have to explain it.
It's huge. It's
I
huge.
know it
Yeah.
seems like a lot, but it's
Yeah.
not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's industry. So
Okay.
I am trading. I think with what for a person, a lot in crypto,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have, a sizable amount there in terms of total percentage of what I'm trading.
Okay.
But also equally trading stocks
Mm-hmm.
and options when I have the time.
Okay. So you trade mainly stocks, then cryptos, you're in the 7 figures usually. Then they want to know, what is your biggest win so far this year? Is there any particular one you can share about? Shibu?
Percentage basis would be the Doge on a percentage basis.
That was start of the year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the SHIB. I saw that you shared that chat screen. For of when I told you it was going to 4,500
Yep,
and
yep.
8,000.
Yep.
So, and I was on that at 0, 0, 0, 0, 800, not 1,000, from 800,
8
900
was here.
to,
Okay. This,
yeah, 5,000 on that on ship.
okay. You got out at the highest price or near the highest?
No, it's the second 50,
50.
48, and I didn't catch the second move, but I was in way down there, and that was a great one.
Okay.
But probably Doge was a better.
Doge, you got in from what price?
First trade I was in on Doge was 0.0004.
Wow.
So you gotta go all the way back to
It's
like,
here, it's here.
I didn't even know what this thing was, but yeah, you go all the way back to there. There was
004 is
I
here.
had like 3 killer trades that were all on Twitter. I mean,
Yep,
all
yep.
of them were laid out on Twitter. They want to go back and look at real time, but yeah.
Then you got out. You got out. Did you get out at a good price? Yeah.
Show you here, you can't even see the first move. This is incredible. If you go back to December of 2020, or early January
Yep.
2021. Okay, so the first one was there at 004,
Okay.
and then we popped the bump up to 1.3. So that was great.
Yep.
No. The little blip.
Okay, here.
First little blip.
Okay, I saw it. Yeah.
You go back, yeah, and that was like seemed like a huge move.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went sideways and got some. Got back in on that one at like, I think it was like 0.007 or 0.008. It was, and that was the best move. Probably that from there to the top, because I sold it right at 8 cents. I scalped that thing. I got right out from, and it was
80 cents.
it was yeah, at 8 cents.
8 cents. Okay.
No. The second move here was,
All right.
was
Yep,
there,
yep.
was at
Mhm.
once. So that was 0.008
Yep.
up to 7.5 or 7.8 cents. I really hit that one great.
Okay. Let me do a translation. Don't mind. I translate a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah. 我刚才就是问他，就是今年有哪一些交易是最难忘的，然后赚最多钱的，然后他一般是不是只有交易数字货币，还是会综合？他说他交易最多的商品是股票，美国股票，还有这个数字货币，然后一般他交易的这个仓量是差不多是在7位数左右的。然后今年2个最好的币都是这些动物币它这些币在跑之前，它有发布在 Twitter 的，你们都可以跟随到。然后这一波我年头狗币我赚了差不多10多万，也是跟着他玩的。然后这些之前它爆发之前，你现在看不到图表了嘛？之前这里全部都是有形态的，只是现在什么鬼都看不到了。所以这一波它是从0.004这里开始抓的，抓到我不知道还没有讲完，不懂抓到哪里，反正就是翻了好多倍。史币它在上几个月他还是有发推特，我不知道你们有跟随他的推特吗？就是他也是从6开始玩的，6直接抓到，他说48全部出了，所以也没有在最好的价格出，但48左右就出了。So I told them about your Dodge and your Shibu made multiple times, and you didn't get out at the best price, but it's still multiple times. It's still very, very awesome. Do you ever encounter? Yeah, sorry. The question is, we are all human, so sometimes we have some losses. Have you ever experienced like big losses in your trading, and how do you do to overcome it or to cope with it?
Definitely.
All right.
And it is how you deal with it. The one way that it suggests if you have a big loss and you don't recognize it, you step back, take a break, for a day, a week, a month, whatever it takes, and you have to review. You have to literally label on the chart where you got in and where you got out. You got to look at what you're doing that way.
Okay, let me explain. 所以其实我也知道很多人在想，这种神级的人物是不是永远不会亏损？他就很诚实的说，他自己也是遭受过大的亏损。然后我就问他，那我们有那种爆仓的情况啊，遭受很大的亏损，我们应该怎么去处理，怎么去克服？他就说，休息， 休息你需要几天？一天、一个礼拜、一个月，需要休息多久就休息多久，然后整理好心情，我们重新再看盘，不要太急着去想要把这个钱赚回来。其实这个也是很多人应该有听过，我也是有这么的说法，因为我亲身我也是亲身有经历过的嘛。Okay, thanks God. Next question. Okay. In your opinion, like what is more important in trading? Risk management, your trade plan, or to be just to be very specific in trading one particular instrument, to be specialized in something, or should we learn about a lot of different instruments and try to be good in everything? What do you think?
I think risk management absolutely is most important.
What is a number you will give to them, like in terms of risk management per trade of your capital?
Depends on how risky the capital is. Like if you're speculating where you're trading options or futures, it's obviously going to be a larger percentage. You're going to have a different mindset on it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in a longer term position, it definitely have to have some limits, some percentage where the stops have to come in. I mean, you have to have some idea of where you're wrong. For us with patterns, we look at it that way, but just as a general trader, you have to have an idea of where you're wrong as much as you know where you're right. And in terms of like, there's plenty of models, trade management models out there that say risk 3% or 5% of your capital. But I really think it's more of having an understanding, just having a experience of before you go in. Don't try to figure out risk management when you're in the trade. So if they're new, there's a lot of considerations where if they're brand new, they need to practice. There's I'm sure you teach them the assessments that they have to know to understand what they could lose in any trade as much as they can make. So
okay, can I translate for a while? Too much? Yeah. Okay. 我问卡尼，就是很多人有问的这个问题，就是如果还在学习，然后交易目前还在亏损，然后应该专注哪一些最重要？是不是风控管理最重要，或者是专注玩一些形态，或者是专注玩一些商品，比如说只玩数字货币，只玩比特币？然后他刚才第一点，他只提到就是风控嘛，风控其实我们书上很多人就讲过，就是什么3%、5%，然后他说一个金言就是大家要听的，就是不要一进场之后才去想你到底要亏多少钱，而是你还没有开单之前，你们已经做好心理准备，这一单准备亏多少钱才去进场，不要在中途的时候去更改你们的这些风控管理，这一些很重要。Okay, second is I told them about what you mentioned about risk management. Don't get into the trade and try to figure out your loss afterwards. Second thing, in terms of effectiveness of patterns, is there like any patterns which do you think is the highest win rate that they should focus on? And is patterns more useful in cryptos, or should we concentrate more in like stocks or futures or forex or something? What do you think? Is there something? Yeah.
the greatest volatility and potential to go crazy. So for that, by far, crypto, yes, working better. But
what is the most effective pattern in your opinion? Like most highest win rate? Do you ever track all this? Is it easy to track?
Yeah, do they know type 1, type 2?
Yep, I told them. Some of them, they are students, they learn, but some are not. Like today, there are about 150, 200 people here. Yeah.
Okay, they all need to sign up with you to learn this the right way. But listen, that type 1 reaction on the deep crab, as you know, has the 1-6-1-8 dynamic to it. So why 1-6-1-8 so important? Again, related to nature, and because we see the natural cycles, it's amazing what that 1-6-1-8 ratio is a really powerful cycle number in the world, in the universe.
So if there's
And
only
one-
one pattern, we choose the dip crab because it has the 1618. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, the credit structure, because the 163 is so effective defining states of extremes being overbought, oversold. The deep crab, great because it'll go a little bit beyond the 1618, but in general, it exhibits that extreme move that can't be sustained.
Okay.
And that's where traders is to be there at that point where the sellers run out, the buyers come in, but we're there before they come in as defined by the pattern.
Okay, let me translate. 所以我就问卡尼，就是如果这么多个形态，我们是初学者嘛，我们读了他的书，我们也不知道哪一个形态到底有效，我就要他选一个给我们去交易。他就说螃蟹，为什么螃蟹？因为螃蟹的这个反转区在1618那个价位是自然界的这个 Fibonacci 的黄金比率，所以如果你们只能选一个形态，可能和谐2里面有教这个，和谐1还是2有这个螃蟹嘛，你们记得去学习这个形态，然后去测试一下。Scott, you know, like you taught me about 1902. So like in the software, sometimes it appears as the hop. So should they be concerned about 1902 or is this 1618 good enough? Okay, I'll give you a good example, a live example today. CHR is a crypto. Today it completed the 1902 instead of the 1618. CHR, can you see my screen? Yeah, you see? So it went up to 1618. Always we see the overspill to the 1902. So they want to know like how do we handle all this? If we enter at 1618, should we let the stop loss let it breathe, like put the stop loss right above 2.0? How should we handle this? Because it overspills to 1902 very often. Yeah. Especially the crab pattern.
Definitely. That's all the measurements are designed to create zones, and that then breaks down the entire chart into a very specific area. I like to say window. Okay, so then we look inside that window for immediate confirmation signs. Bearish pattern, show me some bearish development on, it's a daily. Okay, show me bearish development on the hourly chart. Break it down on a fractional thing because I'm sure they know about terminal bar.
Yep.
And terminal bar is like the door. So once that terminal bar is tested, you knock on the door and you walk through the door because the next bar is truly where you should see that begin. So once they learn the measurements and they know what to look for those zones, the anticipation actually is easy because as soon as you see some kind of immediate sign at those numbers, that's probably the first action of the first kind of reaction off of the 1618. So again, you get to the 1618 and it might be screaming up there.
This is 1618. Like if they see like you see this is like a hammer, like a reversal, they will have jump in here. So they can't see HSI also. Like they see that it's overbought, maybe they will just jump in on the next red bar. But it's
you got to think of it. There's a sequence. Let's do structural number first. I don't care about anything until I see the structural number hit. So 1618 hit. That starts the process.
This is 1618. So this circle is 1618. Yep.
618. Okay, so then walk them through. So where's terminal bar?
Here is the terminal bar. I measured previously was here.
The D point?
Yeah, it's exactly here.
So then look at then highlight your RSI.
Yeah, it's overbought.
Yep. Tell me what it's doing.
It's still overbought. Haven't really come out from the overbought. Yeah.
Yep, go to the terminal bar. What's it doing on the terminal bar?
Terminal
Put your
bar is
cursor
here.
right there
Yep.
on the terminal bar.
Still above
That's
overbought.
what
Plus one is here.
no, terminal bar
Okay.
here, inflection.
Okay.
You're just entering the zone now. If
Okay.
that was already had formed an inflection, you would have something. But it's pretty clear, right? You would look at that and say, it's hitting the overbought, but has not reversed.
So do you consider right now to be a reversal? Right now it's 1902 here.
Great, yeah. And now you're out of the zone. That's great. That's the starting process. And then break it down on, say, weekly chart, you're on 4 hour there.
You wait for the HSI retest, right? Hourly. Yeah.
So your zone is like 125, what is it, 115 to 130?
This is about 132 to 135, 38. Yeah.
The 1618.
1618 was 112 to 120.
So 112 to 120, basically, we're 120.
Yep.
And so at just above 120 is where you're looking to take action. The confirmation comes in and doesn't really get out of the bar, get out of the extreme until several bars later. And by definition, we are just looking for reaction. It's type 1, first time it's been tested.
382.
The 382 minimum.
Okay, let me translate.
Reaction.
Okay, let me translate. Right. 其实我就刚才在下午的时候有人在 Trading View 上问我这个 CHR 怎么看，然后刚好这个 CHR 也是完成了一个螃蟹嘛。刚才他介绍大家就是说螃蟹是最好的，我就直接让他带我走出它到底的这个整个思路、整个过程，怎么去交易这个螃蟹。螃蟹有一个问题就是说它很多时候1618它不直接是反转，然后可能你们可能有些朋友读了书，其实也不是很清楚到底怎么去执行嘛，就是是不是直接跳进去呢，还是要等一些现象？所以就分享一下嘛。很多时候其实1618它不直接反转的话，它会去到1902的，这两个 level 都是潜在反转区。所以这个 CHR 是目前整个市场它正在完成这个螃蟹，正在调整中的。我就问他1618来了，我们是不是看到这个引线这个蜡烛有一点尾巴，我们就跳进去？他说不是的，很重要的是我们要看 RSI 有没有到达一些超买区，从超买区跳出来，我们才安全。我们的反转区是在 1.2 左右，他就说只要你的进场价在 1.2 以上，这个 CHR 止损设在这个最高点以上的话就安全了。然后我们就真的要耐心，不要挂单，就是看到它从这个超买区出来，我们才去进场。这个是一个不管你交易什么形态，这个是一个非常重要的关键。Yeah. So Scott, I told them what you're sharing me. So always wait for the RSI to come out from the overbought or oversold zone. Then you execute a trade. And we always aim for the 382 as the first target. Just a reaction. OK. 所以每次这种形态，每次走一个382调整，我们都要记得部分止盈，这个非常非常重要。OK. There's someone who want to ask you about gold. Can you analyze gold for them?
Sure.
This is gold on the 4 hour. I map up a godly. I don't know whether it's gonna be valid. Yeah.
Go on the
Daily.